Venezuela's acting president, Delcy Rodriguez, called on all sectors of the country to participate in the consultation on the amnesty law for democratic coexistence aimed at promoting unity and national reconciliation. During a productive day at a Venezuelan sausage factory, the acting president also called on society to join the program of democratic coexistence and peace, seeking a respectful dialogue based on diversity and plurality. And in this scenario, Delcy Rodriguez announced that a national survey would be conducted among the country's workers to learn about their working conditions. This is a mechanism for democratic participation that aims to collect direct proposals from the Venezuelan working class for the construction of the Labor Constituent Assembly.
I am very pleased because a national consultation process is underway on the amnesty law, which should promote unity and reconciliation. All sectors of the country are going to join forces for this amnesty law, and we are also going to join forces for the program of democratic coexistence and peace. From our differences, plurality and diversity, we can come together, but let us meet with respect. Venezuela wants to work. Venezuela wants to move forward. Venezuela wants to overcome its difficulties. Venezuela wants to definitely overcome the illegitimate blockade against our country.
On Monday, the Cuban government accused the United States before the United Nations Human Rights Council for the aggressive and unprecedented escalation it is directing against the island. The escalation was denounced by Roberto Cabañas, Cuban representative to this body, during the 61st session of the organization. Cabañas declared that Washington's measures are intended to punish the population, even going so far as to threaten countries that assist the island, which has been subject to more than 60 years of U.S. blockade with the imposition of trade tariffs. The representative described as absurd the White House's justification that Cuba constitutes an unusual and extraordinary threat to its security. Also in this same context, Cuban national authorities ratified that the state budget maintains its social nature aimed at guaranteeing essential services in the context of constant U.S. threats and economic restrictions. During La Mesa Redonda program, the Minister of Finance and Prices, Vladimir Regueiro, declared that the budget is a tangible reflection of the revolution's social accomplishments and an affirmation of the population's rights. In this regard, the minister expressed that the special attention required by vulnerable sectors as well as cultural and sports development programs have budgetary support. For their part, the President of the Central Bank, Juana Lilia Delgado, and the Minister of Communication, Mayra Arevich, confirmed that measures will be implemented to guarantee education, public health, security and social assistance. The government of Colombia carried out on Monday a joint operation with the United States, an unprecedented event which resulted in the interception of a narco submarine carrying 10 tons of drugs. As a result of the meeting between Presidents Donald Trump and Gustavo Petro, the two countries agreed on the operation, which was carried out with the support of international narcotics and law enforcement agencies. In this context, 4 people were arrested and the cargo, valued at more than $400 million, was destroyed at sea and the vessel was confiscated. According to the government of Colombia, this operation, which left no fatalities or injuries, is part of the commitments of both countries to strengthen security and combat illicit substance trafficking. In Senegal, a student died and several resulted injured on Monday after clashes erupted with the police in a protest for the delays of granting payments to the university. According to a statement issued by the government spokeswoman, Maria Rose Kadi, the unrest broke out at Sheikh Anta Diop University in the capital, Dakar, where a second-year medical student died as a result. Protests have sporadically taken place at several Senegalese universities over the past months, with the students demanding they be paid their stipends. In this context, the spokeswoman added that the government would ensure the circumstances surrounding the death are fully investigated and those responsible held accountable. We go to the United States, as this Monday in Washington, the capital of this country, several congressmen expressed concern about the highly likely possibility that the Department of Justice would intervene in the Epstein case files. According to Democratic Congressman Jamie Raskin, the senior member of the House Judiciary Committee, that in the new review they were able to detect in the files mysterious and unjustified writings in documents related to criminal Jeffrey Epstein. The committee reviewed the uncensored files at a facility specifically designated for that purpose in Washington, despite apparent efforts by Pam Biondi's office to hide the truth. New revelations, such as the mention of a 9-year-old girl, were revealed and had such a significant impact that some lawmakers, such as Republican Senator Cynthia Lummis, have changed their opinion on the extremely serious case. To stay on topic, on Monday, convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell refused to answer questions from U.S. lawmakers and asked U.S. President Donald Trump for clemency. Ghislaine Maxwell, sentenced to 20 years in prison for conspiring with Jeffrey Epstein to abuse minors, sent a clear message to Donald Trump. If the president granted her a pardon, she would clear his name of any irregularities related to the case. Maxwell's refusal comes as Congress steps up efforts to uncover possible institutional failures, cover-ups and networks of complicity that allowed Epstein to maintain his abuse network for years. In this regard, the Epstein case remains one of the most serious and sensitive sexual abuse scandals in recent U.S. history. And Venezuela's acting president, Delcy Rodriguez, called on all sectors of the country to participate in the consultation on the amnesty law for democratic coexistence aimed at promoting unity and national reconciliation. Leading a productive day at a Venezuelan sausage factory, the